Hello YouTube, I'm DarkSammy101 and you have no idea how pumped up I am right now. No, seriously, you don't. You have no idea how hyped I am. Why am I excited? Why does it look like I've snorted a boatload of fucking cocaine? I'll tell you why. One word. Digimon. After all this time we've been waiting, it is finally here. Digimon Adventure Tri Reunion has, just today, been released. Well, apparently it's only today just been released in Japan, but whatever. But apparently there was like a screening of it last month or something, or a special premiere, and Crunchyroll did a stream of it yesterday, which I was really excited for. I was really looking forward to watching that. It was 7 o'clock PST, but I'm in England, so that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. Turns out that they weren't broadcasting it in the UK. Hashtag blame Crunchyroll. Now, if you don't know what Digimon Adventure Tri is, then get out! No, seriously, get the fuck out, can't even look at you. Digimon Adventure Tri is set to be a 6-part film series set 6 years after the events of the original Digimon Adventure. We're not entirely sure yet if Digimon 02 is canon, but I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Now, when I was younger, like, I don't know, 10 maybe, I used to live and breathe Digimon. I fell in love with each and every installment and each of the characters in each version of the show. Adventure, Tamers, Frontier, Data Squad, heck, I've fallen in and out of love with Digimon 02 as well. And then we got to Digimon Frontier, but we are not going to mention that abomination here. That being said, it should come as no surprise I have been hyped for this for far too fucking long. This is a nostalgia trip more powerful than every type of LSD imaginable for me. The release of Digimon Tri, to me, is not just a reason to celebrate everything related to Digimon Adventure, but a reason to celebrate everything Digimon in general. And so today, I'm not feeling like doing a review of one of my favourite TV shows, but rather sharing with you my personal top 10 favourite moments of all of Digimon. Now, when I say my, that just means these are my personal favourite moments, okay? Just mine. I'm not saying these are the best moments altogether that everyone should think are the best. These are my personal favourites. And it should go without saying that there may be one or few spoilers for, you know, every Digimon season ever, so there's that. So with that in mind, let's go! Number 10. Shadow Sparring. This was a fight I think that no Digimon fan was really expecting to come across watching Digimon 02, and yet, having seen it, it is a fan every Digimon fan needs to see. I honestly didn't realise that Digimon 02 could somehow build up to this until I saw the beginning of the episode, which just shows how crap the foreshadowing is, as the episode is literally called Duel of the War Greymon. The title is still fucking badass. This moment just beat out the ultimate clash between War Greymon and Metal Garurumon because fuck it, it's fucking awesome. This is definitely a moment fueled by pure, absolute badass. It's like a combination of Dragon Ball Z and Godzilla. It was also the turning point for Black War Greymon's character arc as well. Despite how badass it is, however, it is abominably short. It is a really short fight scene, even including the fight between the other Digidestined and Arukenimon as well. I think the collective runtime for this entire fight amounts to less than, I don't know, 2 minutes? It's still, however, a badass fight, no matter how short it is, and just worthy enough to shimmy shammy onto the list.
So be it. Destroyer!
Number 9. The Dark Ocean. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Digimon 02. In fact, barring a few things, it's passable. It might not have had as many moments I'd consider memorable in it, but this definitely sprang to the forefront of my mind when making this list. The entire episode revolves around a realm in the Digimon universe known as the Dark Ocean, a realm Kari finds herself trapped in by the will of a strange, almost godlike Digimon named Dragomon, only seen in this one episode and in the distance as a giant, looming shadow of a monster. The whole ocean area is a mysterious place, full of monochromatic colours and just devoid of life. At first, this episode on the surface seems really uninteresting. It just seems like a bland, out of place episode in the narrative of Digimon 02. But then you do a little bit of research, then you look into the background of this episode and you find out that the area in which Kari finds herself in the land of the Dark Ocean is called Innsmouth. As in H.P. Lovecraft, The Shadow over Innsmouth. Even more amazing is the fact that Dragomon is in part inspired by one of Lovecraft's terrifying godlike beings known as the Old Ones, which just adds to how eerie this episode can get at times. Just pause and think about that for a second, okay? There is confirmed in-canon Cthulhu mythos in Digimon. A fucking Old One is actually a Digimon. Mind blown. Honestly, the only reason the episode is where it is, however, is the fact that O2 never went anywhere with this idea. It was just one of those forgotten plot lines that they just sort of had one moment and left the next. The Dark Ocean was brought back a few times, but it was never used for its full extent after its initial outing, which is really sad to be honest. Still, Number 8. Darkest Before the Duskmon. Let me just preface this by saying that Duskmon's presence on this list has absolutely nothing to do with the fact he's voiced by Crispin Fuck You, I'm Alucard Freeman. Duskmon is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most badass secondary antagonists of all of Digimon. Kept in the appropriate shadows, save only for the occasional quiet whisper, for roughly the first 20 episodes, when Duskmon finally steps onto the field of battle, he kills his ally Arbomon, proceeds to tank the combined attacks of the entire Digidestin team, beat them all to a bloody pulp by himself, and then to top it off, he almost kills Koichi. This is all roughly within the time span of a single episode. He nearly fucking kills one of the main characters, and he's just stepped onto the scene. Duskmon appeared for only a few scenes prior to this, and had even less lines than his appearances up to date. The moment he stepped in marked the beginning of an entirely new arc for Digimon Frontier, a much darker arc where Duskmon overshadowed the main villains Cherubimon, and also deals with the personal demons of each of our main protagonists. And Duskmon is prevalent throughout it all, and it wouldn't be at all possible without one of the most dramatic and badass introductions to a villain in all of Digimon.
You shall be first.
Number 7. Buster Ghost. I honestly didn't think making this list that it would be so awash with moments from Digimon 02. Then again, they are pretty close to the bottom, so I guess that's the way the cards are dealt. This moment really hit me in the feels because, well, which Digimon fan wasn't traumatized by Wizardmon's death in Digimon Adventure? I sure as fuck wasn't ready for that. My childhood was fucking assassinated when I saw that. It's one of the most heartbreaking moments I had ever witnessed on screen. And I watched Neverending Story. So what do we do in Digimon Adventure 02 while the wound is still healing and just that little bit sore? Well, the dickheads in charge, and I don't actually mean dickheads because really Digimon is amazeballs, decided that now was the time to throw some salt on that fresh wound by having Wizardmon come back as a motherfucking ghost. This moment may, or may not be on the list because of some intense feels one might feel when Gatomon reaches out for her first and best friend's hand, and her paw just goes right through it. I didn't fucking cry! For a couple of minutes in this episode, it built up some real tension and created a really strange, otherworldly atmosphere we hadn't been exposed to in Digimon before now. Could Digimon have ghosts? And why the hell would this ghost haunt the TV station? The bit of this episode that still makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up to this day is when the ghost is typing at the computer and Gatomon's name just keeps appearing over and over again, accompanied by that ghostly, haunting, ominous wail. Think about it now, it gives me goosebumps. Number 6.
Pity's all I had for you.
Let it be known to all of you who do not watch Digimon Data Squad that Marcus Daemon is a stone cold badass. Motherfucker literally punches Digimon the size of buildings in the face so hard they actually flinch. Badass! This moment is both badass and satisfying because it's the first time we see the full power of the burst mode in Data Squad, and it's put to its most effective use against Belphemon and Kurata. Honestly, this entire moment can be summed up with those amazing shots of Shining Greymon. The first one where he just looks up and his face is wreathed in half shadow, and the second where he's just walking down the street towards Belphemon, fucking fire blazing in his hands. This moment is especially satisfying due to the fact that Marcus finally puts an end to one of the biggest scumbag characters in all of Digimon, especially after he begs to be spared, and Marcus just tells him how it is.
No, please! Take pity on me, Marcus! Pity's all I had for you.
Hello there again. Sorry to cut this video short, but due to an incident that's occurred, my videos can't go over 15 minutes long until, well, we get this all sorted out, which should be hopefully by Monday. So I know I could leave this video for then, but I promise I want to get this video up on the day of Digimon Tri's release. So I'm just going to split it up into 2 parts and release both parts today so you can watch one after the other. The culmination to part 1 and part 2 should be up a little bit later. So thank you so much for watching and stick around for part 2. Bye.
Digimon, Digigo Monsters, Digimon Guard of Champions. Digimon, Digigo Monsters, Digimon Guard of Champions.